Melissa, you decided to write this book because you want to speak to the heart of, I think, of what can determine anyone's ability for success or failure. Right. And that is, how do you feel about yourself?
Right.
What are your earliest memories about yourself as a child?
I was a lot of fun. My earliest memories as a child, you know, I wrote in this book a story about how in the 7th grade, which is the 7th grade nice
it
to
is
anyone?
Middle school.
Is it nice to anybody?
No, it's not. You don't look right. Everything's happening wrong.
It was terrible to me. I ate my lunch every day behind stall number 3. I ate my lunch in the bathroom because by 7th grade, you're starting to notice that people are dividing off.
Right.
You're finding your group, and what do you do if you don't have one?
I started the Misfits Club. And it was everybody who felt like they didn't belong someplace else. Then
well,
you came
clearly we were not at the same school.
If I was in Lufkin Middle School with you, yes, it would have happened.
Okay, well, thank you. You would have found me in stall number 3.
Yes, right.
Really awkwardly hiding my feet up on the toilet while I ate my sandwich. But that honestly began, and I knew that I had a good personality. I knew I was a lot of fun, right? Because my mother told me I was wonderful.
Yeah, right. So but lesson number 1, it's not a problem with you.
Right, I know that.
And but we always do that. We kind of judge ourselves externally and let other people determine how we should feel.
Right, and I know that now, perspective, right? But then it really did start this lifetime of hearing what other people said about me and letting it determine everything.
Yeah. And then how that manifests itself in you in your adult life.
Well, in my adult life, see, I knew I had this talent. I was a singer. And so I moved to Nashville. Oh, move to Nashville. Your dreams will come true, they said. No. But I moved to Nashville because I knew that I could sing and I knew that I could compete vocally. But I was tattooed, my friend. I was just tatted up with words of rejection all over me. It's really how I describe it in the book. I say that I say I'm all inked up and nowhere to go.
Right.
Because I began to let words like too big, too loud, too much, and I placed these words all over me.
Right.
And then when I moved to Nashville, I thought, okay, clean slate, we'll start over. But we didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't fit into that mold.
And you go
either.
into another lesson that you learn with this book is that sometimes we're our biggest enemy, right? So
absolutely.
I did do a tat, except my word is different. It's called happiness right here.
Oh,
right?
come on.
So, yeah, girl, look at that right there.
Okay, I can't
look
top
at that. I'll take you after the segment's over. I know where to go.
Somewhere my mother's going, oh, God.
Yeah, right. Like my mom did. She goes, I saw it on Jerry Springer. You're not going to be able to stop. Like, Mom, stop right there, Mom. But no, that's what I love about your book, though, is because you take us through that journey that so many of us can kind of parallel our lives with you. All right, so then there's family, there's kids. You call your husband.
They're here today, by the way. My kids are here. My husband, who I call the Attorney General, is also here, standing behind the cameras. And my kids are over there crying because y'all just have to have the aquarium in the background. Now they want to go pet the stingrays.
And they want to get on the stingrays and get on the little Ferris wheel. I promise you, we're going to have to bring them in a second here. But yeah, you have your children, of course. You know, the worst thing any parent could ever experience, and you've experienced this, is the death of a child.
Yeah.
But then also the joy of being able to adopt a child.
12 years of infertility, finally 5 miscarriages, finally carried to term. A beautiful baby boy that came out screaming and crying like his daddy, but looking beautiful like his mama, and literally passed away about 2 hours later on Christmas morning of 2005. Wow. But you know, God whispered a promise to me then. He really did. He whispered a promise to me that I would not, that my house would be full of laughter. My house would be full of the pitter-patter of little feet. God has proven himself faithful to me so many times throughout my life. And now these children that are crying to go see the stingrays are proof of God's goodness. But yeah, they literally just, like, my husband just said to them, today is Mom's Day. And my daughter's like, every day is Mom's Day.
It has to be. A lot of us came to know you through Facebook fame. You posted videos as a hobby. Is one of the things you want to do. And then you did the upside down French braid. And that upside down French braid was heard around the world, seen around the world.
What in the world? People clearly have nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? Like 9 point whatever million people have watched me.
And counting.
Yeah, have watched me French braid my hair upside down, which I only tried because I can't do it right side up.
And then the red ribbon.
Red ribbon has had over 100 million views today of a video that I made just ranting about how the schools want me to dress my children up every day. And I ain't got no time or money.
Just got to show up how they're showing up, right? All right, eat cake, be brave. I always love like how somebody comes up with the title.
Yeah. My 41st birthday, I blew out the candles on my 41st. nobody remembers their 41st. It's depressing. 40's the highlight, right?
Yeah.
41st, I like made a pot roast that had been in my freezer for like 17 months, you know, and I blew out the candles on my cake, but it was my children sitting there, these children that I call my Purple Hearts. They came to me after the war, is what I say. And they were saying, blow out your candles and make a wish. But I was thinking, at 41, what do we wish? Honestly, we don't make wishes as adults. Yeah. And so I leaned down into the candles and I just thought, I'm gonna wish to be brave. I'll give it 12 months. I will say yes to the things God tells me to do, that the things my children challenge me to do, or my husband. I'm going to be brave for 1 year and see where it gets me. And the third video I ever put out was Red Ribbon Week, and it's been seen 100 million times, and my life changed.
You see your purpose, right?
Yeah.
And then what I love is when you say walk into a room like there's a party being thrown in your
Why
honor,
not?
right?
Everybody walks into a room sheepish, like like they're scared to be there. I walk in like, I'm here.
You can start now.
You can start.
But I love that whole idea of, we say midlife often, or midlife crisis, but it is a midlife point where you got to decide, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Are you going to live in your trauma, or are you going to just like leave your trauma someplace else?
And I relate it to the singer in me.
Right.
Are you going to live backstage? Are you going to walk out and take center stage of your life? And listen, just because you live brave doesn't mean you do it on national television. It doesn't mean you do it in TV and print. It might be in your marriage.
You can live brave in your marriage.
You
can live brave in the grocery store
That's
line.
Right. That's exactly right.
Like, it's okay if you let somebody in ahead of you who just has a bottle of milk. Right?
Exactly.
It's okay. All right. So you mentioned your kids. Let's bring them on in.
Oh Lord,
you're
not ready for this.
Oh, the husband's hanging back. No, you're not, Sarah. Get on over here.
Get
on over here.
You're responsible for their behavior too. Okay, we're not dressed for TV, but we sure are cute.
You are cute. All right. So what's the coolest thing about your mom, and the coolest thing that you've learned from her? Put your microphone up so we can hear you.
Her bravery, and she's smart.
Well done.
Yeah, right. And you?
Yeah, what is the coolest thing about me, Rocco?
You're fun.
I am funny.
Yeah.
I am a fun mom. Come on.
It's so cool, though, when you hear your kids say it, because, again, there can be a big difference, and we doubt ourselves as parents of how good of a job we're doing. And my son just said to me the other day, because I'm busy a lot, he goes, yeah, Mom, you are busy. He goes, you might not be there right the second I want you, but you're always right on time.
That's right.
I said, just like Jesus, may not be there when you want him, but he's always right on time.
That's right, girl.
All right, can I get an amen? All right, Melissa's book is out right now. For more information, visit our website at greatdayhouston.com. Eat cake, be brave.
That's right. We're going to go eat cake with the stingrays.